Well, welcome back to another Ordinals show. I just had some stuff queued up to start the show, and then I just realised just as I started that I'd restarted my computer and I've lost it all. So I just need to get this stuff set back up again. Yeah, super interesting thing that I just appeared on my radar. Which I've just tweeted about, but I'll show you here now because it's super cool. Doesn't look like much. What are we? This is just a recent, yeah, so 76 million. Almost got 4,000 at the end there, 4,004. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. This is a bit like my gzip files, you know, the very compressed song files that that allow you to inscribe, you know, new music on chain really cheaply. They look a bit like this. They look like there's nothing there, but don't be fooled, because if we go into the content link, check this out. So this is literally an operating system on chain. Just going to try and get the address down there so you can see it. An on chain, like, operating system on the blockchain. I met Snoop Toshi, who is behind this, at the Bitcoin conference in London last week or the week before, and he gave me such a quick demo of this that I couldn't really take it all in, but just seeing what it is now, you know, it's just amazing. It's definitely something worth showing off. But the reason I'm really excited about it is that hard coded into this ordinal operating system, which is obviously, you know, in itself a piece of technological history on chain, is this folder, Ordinals, and inside this folder is they got some apps, audio, games, images, music, ROMs, videos. But if we go into music, have I gone to the wrong one? Is it audio? Go into audio. We've got the Ordinals audio player. Got 4 set files. These are, you know, hard coded into the operating system, the first version of the operating system anyway. It's just so exciting. And so if we click this, we can open it up, and here's the player. In fact, I should just use this for playing some music for the intro. So here's the player as part of this operating system. Yeah, I mean, it's not lost on me that this is quite an honour. Thank you, Snoop Toshi. Super cool. So yeah, I'm just going to start playing some music from here. I was hoping that I was going to have the generative player done. It's nearly broken me this week, but I've had a lot of other stuff going on. I think next week I'll finally get it there, but I've even been weaving a synthesizer into the whole thing this week. So it's once again just been setting my sights a little high, and then almost losing my mind trying to get there. But I'll show you where I've got a bit later on after we play some stuff from this. The ORDOS operating system on Bitcoin. Super cool. listen to the DJ Tiny player. Yeah, it's super cool. And so this is just the start from them as well. You can see it's obviously meant to show multiple albums and multiple releases over time. It's just super cool little player there. And look at all these additional apps up here. I'll have a look at those in a minute as well. I was just going to get something else on here. I don't know if this doesn't have track listings on it, does it? Quite a bit louder. This was Sacrament. This was the first thing I opened up here. This is quite an old inscription. I remember this from last year. Just a very simple little synthesizer. I think you click it once, it beeps once. You click it twice, it beeps twice.
You know that I exist in the same realm where billions of dollars are transacted every day. You know that I exist in the same realm where billions of dollars are transacted every day.
Based.
I will commute the set.
If you just joined us, we're listening to songs from the Audios player, but loading it through this brand new on-chain or DOS operating system, which has this Audios player hard-coded into the DOS system, which is obviously very exciting. I'm just going to try and get the actual inscription number up here so you can go and check it out yourselves.
'I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. And if you vote for me on day one, and if you vote for me on day one, I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. And if you vote for me on day one, and if you vote for me on day one, I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. And if you vote for me on day one, and if you vote for me on day one, and if you vote for me on day one, and if you vote for me on day one,
Fiat money. Fiat money.
Our efforts to make the nations of the world, and especially their governments, aware of the unspeakable disaster they are certain to provoke, unless they change their attitude towards each other and towards the task of shaping the future.
What do you do?
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by 13, we're looking at it. We've had a main B plus undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt. Undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt. Undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt.
What do you
Undervolt. We've had a
do?
main B plus undervolt. Undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt. Undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt. Undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt.
What do you
Undervolt. We've had a
do?
main B plus undervolt. Undervolt. We've had a main B plus undervolt. 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 Undervolt.
The first and the first. Get it started, get it started. It's flagging, and it's flagging. It's flagging terrible. Oh my, get out of the way, please. It's burning, bursting into flames, and it's falling on the mooring mast, and all the folks between us. This is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world. The humanity and all the the humanity and all the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
What do you do?
It helps us.
Deep inside.
the humanity and all the
I never learned. Crazy ass bitch. I never learned.
Freedom to transact.
Oh yeah, so there you go. So these were all, this has all just been playing from this same inscription here. I'll just load it up again so you can see it. This is a on-chain operating system. Just, yeah, when you think you've seen it all. And yeah, just super chuffed that the Ordinal, the first player that I put out, that one with all those different tracks on them, quite experimental tracks, but that's hard coded in there as part of its initial set of audio apps, which is just awesome. But yeah, I wanted to catch you up on what I've been doing with the generative player. Here's another cool inscription that's worth checking out as well. This one, which is the Wizard of Ord. You know, this thing's absolutely priceless when it comes to testing Web3 applications. Anyone who's building Web3 stuff, especially if you're new to it and you're doing stuff with GPT, this is how you get around the problem of not being able to test things without removing the domain before you inscribe them so that they're true Web3 links. So it's just a really great thing, but it's an inscription as well, which is just super cool that all these things are actually becoming on chain. I've got to get the the sequencer on chain at some point once I work out well, once it's finished. But the good thing is the player is there, so you can use the sequencer to create you know, you can use this sequencer to create songs, and when you save them, you save that tiny little gzip file. That's all you need. Once you've got that, you can then stick that in the template player along with a link for your artwork, and now you're ready to distribute your song that you've created in here. I've got to load some more songs in here, but in fact we can play this one from in here. So if I load this up, some of these are presets. It's just so you can go into load here, and you can see there's some preset songs that you can yeah, load up. Anyone who doesn't understand what a sequencer is, a step sequencer, each of these is a channel. So this is the kick drum, and along here are 64 step buttons. I can turn them on and off. The only reason they're yellow is just to show you where the bars are. So this is the first beat of the first bar, second bar, third bar, fourth bar. So and then you've got multiple sequences. So we've got lots and lots of sequences, but each individual sequence is just a 4-bar loop. And if you haven't got continuous play on, it will just keep looping round and around this section here. But so each of these are channels. So here we've got a kick drum. So anything that's on this channel here, if I do this, you can see I've got just a kick drum there. I can use this button, this handy button here at the end to set patterns by clicking over and over again. I've just solid that, but so if I take this off, you'll be able to hear these other channels. And so that bit of bass, so in here, if you press this T button, you can see the whole audio sample. So this is the actual based audio sample here. That's it there. And for the same channel, just got the just grab that first bit. That's now what's being played on this channel. So everywhere where you've got a button that's switched on this channel, we're going to hear that. So this is the first song that we did with the Ordinal based one library. A lot of these samples, these are all studio quality WAV samples. Every single one of them was I had to do every bit of work I could do to try and get them under 350 kilobyte files. each one of them. So, yeah, really great stuff to be working with. This is the first song. I'll just play the rest of the song, and then I'll get back to the generator. So yeah, once you're playing, just got to remember to take continuous play if you want the actual song to play through. Oh yeah, so this one was written when the sequencer only had 16 sequences on it. It just plays through at this point. I need to build that in so that it loops back when it gets to the end of the active sequence. But yeah, so that's the sequencer. So that's how all these things are being created, all these songs being created. And like I said, I've now got the template kind of sorted out. So now if you have written songs on here, it's very easy to do. Then when you save them as that little gzip file, all you have to do is inscribe that gzip file, and once that's inscribed, you've just got to drop the ID into the template player along with the ID for your artwork. It's like a .5 kilobyte file. The song master file is about 3 kilobytes, so you're talking, you know, no more than 5 kilobytes total to inscribe up to 12-minute long songs. And that's only a limitation of the current platform. There shouldn't actually be a limit on how long the songs are. That's just down to how I've built the sequencer. So there, let's have a look at some of this generative stuff then, where that's getting to. So I think this is the model that I was playing last week. Last week was fun. Played for... Oh, is that it? Yeah, played for like 12 hours, I think. Did a little live stream just to demonstrate the power of the infinite ordinal, which is what I've been working on. And so we can have a play to see.
No other phase of modern.
Starting this one, don't I? So just get the actual. Okay. So what I need to do is just zoom out here. Oh dear, I've completely lost track of where that where that one is. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So let's just make that bit bigger. So I've just loaded up. This is the version that I played last week with. So I was just skipping through different seeds, playing lots of different mixes, basically.
No other phase of modern progress. No other phase of modern progress.
Transact.
No other phase of modern progress. No other phase of modern progress. No other phase of modern progress. No other phase of modern progress.
Sync them into a new mix based on a seed. Some of them are very random. Some of them sound like pretty cool songs. That's going to be the fun of this one. They're going to be mining for the really good mixes. They are in there. There's 2 quadrillion possible mixes. A lot of mixes.
Most significant one. All others are built on top of this. And without this, no other freedoms can be won. It's a freedom every person deserves, but it's worth fighting for. Because it means we enjoy the fruits of our labor, and it puts the power back in our hands forevermore. Governments don't want to be happy. They want to always control us. Make its business
because it doesn't seem like it's quite stable enough. Let's have a look at some models that came since. What's this one? Let's give this one a whirl.
Did you know that I exist in the same realm where billions of dollars are transacted every day? Did you know that I exist in the same realm where billions of dollars are transacted every day?
just going to interrupt it there and just move up to the next model here. I forget which ones are which. Oh, okay. So this is when the this is where the synth starts coming in. Let me just see if where did that actually happen. Synth. There. Yeah, the synth. Let's have a listen, because I've been adding lots of different parts. But once the synth got involved, it started getting very random. But this is like the on-chain. I started to try and reuse this that I made ages ago, like last year, which is the ordinal synth. It's a very basic thing that you can. I think you can plug in your USB keyboard and play it, which is fun. But I thought I'd try and actually program it and pull it into the mix for this generative player so that we can get some keys in there as well. And it's definitely cool, but it sort of adds this this element of randomness that well, it makes mining for good mixes that much harder. Sometimes you can hear that there's a really great song under there, and the synth has just ruined it. But I'll have a little play with some of these, these ones that have been using the synth, and let's see if we can find some good, see if we can find any good mixes. Yeah, that's not working. Oh, yeah, this is where I've got too many. I've got version blindness going on at the moment. I've got too many different versions. Let's see what's going on with this one.
Freedom to Transact by Ash Lightstone. The freedom to transact is the freedom to be. It means I don't need your permission to do as I please, just to be me. It's a freedom that we should all have. Without any conditions we have no say in. There shouldn't be any strings attached, or any rhetoric.
This is generative music after all.
It's a freedom that allows us all to be equal, in a manner that is profoundly meaningful. And for that reason the tax is dangerous. They say there's no way forward but purposeful. When others don't want us to have this freedom, we have to stop and ask why.
model I've got here, which is slightly newer. So I'm just going to load this one up and then have a listen to some of these ones. Saved it all for the end. Yeah, that's the nature of generative music. That was actually really good. Like half of it, that was kind of yeah, what I'm looking for. It's very tricky testing this thing because there's 2 quadrillion mixes. It's very, very time consuming making a small change and then trying to yeah, hear the impact that it's going to have by listening to a handful of songs. So it's nice doing these shows because I get to kind of listen to stuff, because this is actually the latest version now, which I was getting a little bit concerned with earlier, but that for one, that sounded really good. But there's because I've been adding in these additional elements, there's more instability here. There's more tracks that you get where it gets unwieldy and out of hand quite quickly, and you have to skip, which I was hoping to avoid. But with the more stable versions, there's just not as much variety and fun. So I guess it's trying to find a healthy balance. But I obviously always lean more towards the fun, and I guess I could inscribe 2 versions and have the lounge version, which is just guaranteed to give you acceptable mixes all the time, and then something like this, which is a bit more adventurous, especially once I switch the synth on.
I still have a dream. I have a dream. I still have a dream. I still have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. I still have a dream. I have a dream. I still have a dream. I have a dream.
I just noticed that they look a bit different depending whether you use the ordinal, this one, or whether I go through this one on Vercel. Interesting. So yeah, I've just loaded up this one anyway. I've loaded up the synth one on here, so let's have a play with the synth. This has got the seeds on as well. There is this panel. Oh, you can't see that. Let me just get this zoomed out so you can see the side here. Because once I've got this inscribed, when you're able to see this as the ordinal, it's got this side panel which pops up here, where you can view the seeds. So if you've been listening for a while or you've heard something you like, then all the seeds that have been played are collecting up here in this this list. You can clear it. So that you can copy and paste and like load a specific seed in here. And so there are some that I wrote down, but they weren't with synth. So let's have a little play with this with the synth on, see if we can find anything cool. If it's too much, then I'll go back to switching the synth off, play some seeds that I collected. Whether they'll be the same as the thing is, well, as I'm changing things, it means that the seeds often don't sound the way they did when I collected them. But we'll try them in a bit. So you can hear the synth. That's the synth there. Also randomly generated. So I can turn the synth off, as you heard there. I have built in so I thought maybe I could put it out with the synth off automatically, but then you can turn it on if you want to hear it, if you want to hear versions with the synth. Then when it comes to inscribing a mix, you can then make the decision as whether you wanted to inscribe it with or without the synth. Let's try another one. Other little bug I just realised there is that when it moves from one song to the next, the synth isn't catching up. It was still playing the seed from the previous song. This is why I'm still ironing stuff out before I inscribe it. Yeah, so I just pushed the spacebar veto there. That's the one thing I think it just sort of goes on a bit, doesn't it? Once the synth is on, need to. It's great that it can just find its own kind of bass line, but it needs to have some dynamics as to when it comes in and goes out. Yes. Let's try another couple of seeds. Except this one just got a bit interesting. Can bring the synth back in by hitting the spacebar, but it doesn't come in on time necessarily. I'll try and drop it in. Yeah, needs some work, the old synth. And actually, once I've stopped it like that and put the synth out of time, I have to actually reload the whole thing. It's another little bug I've got to iron out. Let's try a few more, see if we can find a really good one with the synth. I might skip a bit just until I find something that sounds like it's going somewhere.
Stay in the car.
out of what I say.
You know.
Freedom to transact by Ash Lightstone. The freedom to transact is the freedom to be. It means I don't need your permission to do as I please and just be me.
You know.
We should all have.
That's out of what I say.
There shouldn't be any strings attached or any rhetoric about being a sin. It's freedom that allows us all to be equal in a manner that is profoundly meaningful.
You know.
And for that reason, they think it's dangerous. They say there's no way for it to be purposeful. When others don't want us to have this freedom, we have to stop and ask why. We have to ultimately see that it's our control, and that there's so much freedom. This is ultimate freedom, the most significant one. All others are built on top of this, and without this, no other freedoms can be won. It's a freedom every person deserves, and it's worth fighting for, because it means we enjoy the fruits of our labor, and it puts the power back in our hands forevermore. Governments don't want us to have this freedom. They want to always control us. They want to make us
That's out of what I
They
say.
don't make a fuss. This is the freedom that breaks the strings, that we're unfairly attached to this unconscious habit, who is finally shaking the sleep out of its eyes as it realizes that all along it's been a puppet. When we seize this freedom, when we seize the means of production, we say, up yours to the man. We say, let's start the peaceful revolution. Without this, we don't have freedom. We don't get to decide how to live anymore. That's why we must continue this battle, because complete liberation is what we're here for.
Cuts out of what I say. Cuts out of what I say.
Says, if you're looking at the bottom of the screen, you can see it says the Infinite Ordinal Remix number 17, and that's just because when you go and look at the inscription, you'll be looking, it's going to basically preload 100 remixes. So it just allows you to know where you are in your 100. If I was going to make it 1,000, but it just create a little bit of a loading lag. So it gives you 100 remixes, which is, I don't know, it's probably 12 hours of music or something. But it just gives you a reference as to how far through those 100 you are. But actually, when you want to look, is that seed, the seed value you can see there above that. That's what the actual remix number is. So this is. What is that? So that's 1,000,000. My eyes don't work so well. Here we go. 1,000,000, a billion, a trillion, a quadrillion. Oh, it's 6 quadrillion. So what we're talking? So we're talking 20 quadrillion mixes. So it's actually 10 times more than I thought there were. It was already going to take all of humanity 29,000 years to listen to those, but it's actually 290,000 years. So anyway, big number, but yeah, that's the actual remix number. So that number 17 is just of this current load. If I reload the page, you'll see we'll get a whole different seed there, and then we're listening to 100 mixes around that original seed value. There are some other effects going on there. You can sometimes hear them. Sometimes they sound like it's my computer crashing, but actually there's a bit crusher, there's some distortion, there are a couple of delays, there's a reverb, there's a few effects, on-chain effects, that I'm kind of throwing in here in a random way to create more variety. It has made it harder to find, to find mixes I really like, but I'm hoping that that's where it just becomes a numbers game. At least before I had added all these additional variants, probably 1 in 100 would really jump out at me, but often sometimes, I don't know, I'll have to figure that out, but yeah, been an interesting week.
of humankind. Through the teachings of the boundless creativity of humankind. Through the teachings of the boundless creativity of humankind. Through the teachings of the boundless creativity of humankind. Through the teachings of the boundless creativity of humankind.
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Deep inside.
Oh yeah, there's a Leslie. That might be the Leslie or the tremolo, not sure.
Deep inside.
I'm glad to report it's not my computer though.
Deep inside.
Bass line to start it off. Let's see what ruins this. Yeah. Seeds that I saved from earlier. See if they're still playing.
Romance and beauty. 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 Romance and beauty.
Yeah, so that's the seed that I just pasted in. It had to reset the window, but it's loaded that seed now. I don't know if this is going to be the same as what I saved earlier. It might be. stand by that one. That was that. Yeah, that's the latest seed that I noted. That's exactly what I'm talking about there. That's definitely one that I would potentially inscribe. Definitely up there. It worked with the bass line and everything. With the synth, I worked backwards through the ones that I collected because that was cool. But yeah, like I said, the further I go back through this list, the less likely they are to actually be the seed the mix that I actually saved the seed for, because I change things, and sometimes changing things means that everything changes so much that it's a completely different mix than it would have been before. But I'll give them a go anyway, because that one was definitely worth hanging on to. Let's see. I don't know which one of these I actually recorded because of the synth as well. I may have we'll see. So the synth just needs to evolve like the other things. It needs to be a bit more dynamic, come in and come out, so it doesn't sound so repetitive. There's definitely something there.
It's
Two
me.
like left it out of the same 100, which is rare.
It's me.
synth hasn't caught up. Actually, we were doing the seeds that I'd found anyway, weren't we? Like I said, as I go back further and further, it's more likely that we're going to eventually get to a seed that is nothing like what I heard earlier. But let's keep trying, because those last two sounded pretty cool, and that's an example of what you can get when you find something that you like. Then the seed is all we need to inscribe that mix, so that you can then shareholder for that mix. You know, you can share the rights. So then if we do prints of that mix after that, if it's your mix that we do prints of, then we can split the income.
Did you know? 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 Did you know?
sessions or something, just clicking next seed, hearing a mix that will never be heard again because there's too many of them to ever hear the same thing twice. I'm going to skip through a few more and see what else there is, but you can hear the synth is in there. So there's obviously mostly audio, but then there's that synth as well, which is just generating its own. It's just a 1-bar loop, so it's very simple right now. That will evolve as well in the next version. Turn the synth off with the space bar. I think probably for the inscription I'll do it the other way around, so you can turn the synth on if you want to try it with the synth. We'll start with it off
commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time
There's a Leslie effect and also a panning effect. You can take, like, plain old monotone audio on chain and make it stereo again, create stereo effects. Nice.
will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served.
Actually, this just reminds me of something else special that I got impatient and I inscribed something we've been waiting to with the OB1s. We were still hoping to inscribe this as a high resolution WAV audio file, well, probably a FLAC. But you know, studio quality audio file, and then we were going to go and find the children of this guy who played, well, in fact it was the children of the band leader from a band called the Winstons, who created the most used drum sample ever, called the Amen Break. And they never earned a penny for it. And so what we'd like to do is inscribe it and then give them the copy so that they can hold it. And then when we fix this music royalty landscape of the future, and the songs and the compositions themselves are the payment rails, then them just by holding that sample, they will actually start to earn you know, at least attribution, and then eventually royalties, payments for every use of their song in the on-chain musical landscape of the future. But I was just playing around the other night. I thought I'd try and experiment to see if I could do something else with the audio. We've obviously got Opus files now, which is quite an exciting new format for audio, which everyone's kind of looking into. It's not compatible with all browsers, but I'm pretty sure we can build like a bridge that will decode it into a known audio format for browsers and for mobile phones and stuff. But for now, I was just having a little muck about, so I thought I'd try and speed it up. So I sped up the audio by 300%, and then because the sequencer has this inbuilt ability to change the speed of things, I thought I could just do this inside the sequencer. I could then slow it down again. So I was just trying to throw a few samples together to go with it. But yeah, it's just to show you the Amen Break. But again, like I said, it's not the highest resolution. It was actually a very low resolution MP3 that I then sped up, slowed down, so I could get it as small as possible, but hopefully sounding pretty much, not sounding like it's been torn to pieces like most pieces of audio tend to do once they put on chain. Let's have a listen anyway. I've just had a little play with it.
This is number one.
Top 1.
This is number 1. Ordinals.
Top 1.
This is number 1.
Top 1 ball.
This is number 1. Ordinals.
Top 1 ball.
I had to get that in there. But yeah, that's a nice little intro for the Amen break. Now available on chain, if in a sped up low quality resolution, but it's still something. So it's exciting to have it join us. So yeah, I'll go back to the old generator now. Just wanted to show you that. Pretty exciting. Okay, what's next?
Freedom to transact.
Crazy ass bitch.
Freedom
It's me! It's me! It's me! It's me! It's me! It's me!
Contrive to maintain.
And especially their governments aware of the unspeakable disaster. They are
Contrive to maintain.
unless they change their attitude towards each other and towards the task of
Contrive to maintain.
I am just going to play that. That one sounds like it's quite good, but I'm just going to play the seed that I wanted to play, and then maybe I'll come back to that one and I'll walk away and just leave it playing for a bit, because I can see there are still people listening, and it can kind of run on its own. We ran it on its own last week for 14 hours, although I've made a lot of adjustments this week, so there's a lot more variation, which means there's a lot more almost unlistenable ones. In fact, I'm not even going to say almost. Some of them are just, I have to hit skip. But I'll give it a go, because sometimes there's some really nice ones that show up. But I've also noticed that when I leave it running, if I don't skip it manually, this seed value down here is not updating. So if anything really magic happened, you'd have to really be a bit of a guess around here. Anyway, I'll get all of this ironed out by the time I inscribe it next week, fingers crossed. So yeah, where did I put that seed? Did I put it in there? Yeah. So yeah, I'll play this one and then I'll just leave it playing for a bit, see what happens.
his head cut up, I say.
us. They say there's no way for it to be purposeful. When others don't want us to have this freedom, we have to stop and ask why. We have to ultimately see that it's about control, and that this so-called protection is a lie. This is the ultimate freedom, the most significant one. All others are built on top of this, and without this, no other freedoms can be won. It's a freedom every person deserves, and it's worth fighting for, because it means we enjoy the fruits of our labor, and it puts the power back in our hands forevermore. Governments don't want us to have this freedom. They think it's business as usual. They think we won't make a fuss. This is the freedom that breaks the strings, and firmly attached to the subconscious habit.
This one's just not quite stable enough for me to feel like I can fully walk away and leave it. It's partly a good thing because I know there's more variation there, but I'll give it more tweaking this week, and then yeah, we'll see you next week. Hopefully I'll be ready to inscribe. Yeah, but looking forward to yeah, coming back next week with more interesting stuff. I saw some of the stuff that some of the other music people are working on in the space, and there's some really cool stuff coming, some really amazing generative and kind of hybrid stuff coming along, like multi-chain Bitcoin combined with other chains. There's just it's a never-ending surprises around every corner in this space. But yeah, some super cool stuff coming that's going to really excite people. I think when the bull market comes, yeah, there's some stuff coming that's going to really get people going. So bring it on. And with that, I will see you next week. I'm sorry, I've got something I can play out with. Let's try the bass song, shall we? Haven't heard that for a while.
Based. Based. B1. B. Based. 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 B1. B. Based. Based. B. Based. B1. B. Based. 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 B1. B. Based. 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 B1. B. Based.